This is a test and function of the Sig Mosquito and 22 long rifle. I've read a lot of different reviews on the internet, mostly bad about this little pistol. This is the silencer version, Sig Mosquito, and so I thought I would try one out, do a little function test on this gun. So far, we're at about 1,400 rounds. It was cleaned once it was purchased. But other than that, it has received no lube or any cleaning in that 1,400 rounds or so. We're on our third brick here, and we don't have much left, just a little bit. So far, we have had a few stoppages and some failure to lock back the slide on an empty chamber, but it is done pretty well, so I thought I'd shoot it a few times on tape and let everyone get a look at it. It does come with a 3 interchangeable front sights for elevation, and the rear sight is drift adjustable. Pretty nice little gun. I have kind of medium-sized hands, and it does fit my hands. Hammer drop safety. It's about 90% the size of a 226, but it does shoot pretty well. Trigger's really gritty in double action, and heavy. It is a heavy trigger. But anyways, let's do some shooting with it. Testing both the steel and polymer magazine. Polymer on the left, steel on the right. These are some steel popper targets. At 25 yards is where we'll be shooting. Jam. Failure to extract. Failure to fire. Did let back. Alright, it's definitely starting to get a little gummy. Another jam. Failure to extract. Failure to extract. It's getting pretty gummy. to extract again. Alright, last two mags. So little Sig's getting pretty dirty. Had a few stoppages here late in the game. We're going to try a little accuracy after this 1500 round test. See if we can focus in on it here. Got a little shot shell. Got him. Got one more. His feed. A few extra mags. It's running like a champ for how dirty it is. Gonna be 1500 plus, I guess. Found a few more rounds. Uh-oh, and we got a jam. Failure to extract.
polymer mag. Seems like that polymer mag with one in the chamber and 10 in, it hangs up on that first one.
So after 1,500 plus rounds, we did have some assortment. 2 boxes of Remington, some Winchester, and a box of Federal. Just cheap stuff. Did have some stoppages, and I think a lot of those failure to fires. I have a hard time blaming the pistol. I have those failure to fires in all kinds of 22 firearms. So, but pretty dirty. Has been uncleaned or unoiled after initial cleaning from the factory after purchasing. It's ran pretty well. Do have stats. I've been keeping a log of how many stoppages we have each go round. It's taken me about 2 weeks to get through 1,500 plus rounds. I know we went through 1,500 and probably a couple hundred more. So pretty decent shooter, pretty heavy trigger, but fun practice gun. And I think this is one that, even though slightly smaller than what it's kind of designed to replicate, I still think it would fit the role. Similar controls. It does lock back on the last round. I was having some problems about the first 800 rounds or so with getting it to lock back. It very seldom, if all, lock back. And what I was actually doing was I was riding both thumbs pretty high and putting pressure on that slide stop. After that, I went to underneath the slide stop for a hold, and then occasionally I would inadvertently hit the slide stop up with my thumb and stop the slide through the middle of the magazine. So I had to kind of adjust my grip and do kind of a layered thumb grip, I guess, to be able to shoot this thing and have it lock back. But since that point, I think it has locked back every time. Maybe once or twice it hasn't locked back. And this is, once again, with just the cheap bulk ammo that you can pick up at Walmart. So overall, I've been pretty happy with the little Sig, and I think it'll do well. I have heard if it is suppressed, it will run 100%, or as close as you can expect a 22 semi-auto to run. 22 is inherently unreliable versus a standard primed case. But anyways, Sig Sauer, yes.